Nityanandam.
Nityanandam.
This is Manitya Lokakartananda.
And Manitya Punitananda. And we have seen the first part of the Ask the Avatar Gurukul Balasants interview, and Swamiji was most happy, and he's always happy when he is with the Gurukul Balasants. And today he also explained what is the difference between adults and children, because it's much more easy for him to give the right cognitions and they grasp it. He does not have to work so much on a child as he is working for us. He said it is 1% of the effort and the life and the time he is giving for an adult, that he is giving a child, for example, that comes to Gurukul and is immediately grasping the right context and the right cognition and radiating it, starting to radiate it. So this is an easy way for him to be surrounded by more pure beings, as the adults are. He also was talking about the cunningness, and also he was giving an example of cheating. So he was telling us what a chance Gurukul is, because if you are young, you can grasp it much easier and you don't need to learn cunningness.
Yes, the adults, we learn to manage our life by cheating ourselves out of things, and if we go young to an incarnation and study in Gurukul, the kids will not develop this kind of attitude with life, like cheating themselves and cheating others and pretending they will be straight, also Swamiji said something very interesting about learning when to learn to read, because a child should learn to read at the age of 7, not before. And he also said how we will know that we got to introduce how to read too early is if a word is stated to us, if we are visualizing the word cow as CEO instead of the animal itself, like a visualization of a cow, then that means we start reading too much early, because we should see the object, not the word first. That should be the first thing that happens in the brain.
Yeah,
the visualization.
Visualize the mentioning of cow. If we visualize this as a word, as a text, then there's seriously something wrong, and we have been brainwashed by our upbringing. And this is also what, for example, Swamiji told in another satsang, kind of, and I was doing a video, and I want to say again, it is like what Eckhart Tolle said when he said to children, we too early teach the definitions, and we close the definitions for them if we give them the meaning of for example a tree that we have in our conventions. And it is better to let the children explore. And what we can say is, we call it, and then we can say the name of something what the child wants to know. But it's better to not label things, and let the children explore more in the first place. so that it is quite open and not closed yet.
And actually tomorrow Swamiji is again going to be on Ask the Avatar because Balasants did not finish asking all the questions. So a few questions are asked today, and one Balasant asked the new question, and that was exact question that everyone wants to know. And tomorrow Swamiji will answer. So if you missed today's Ask the Avatar with the child saints of Nityananda order, you can see tomorrow's part 2, and you get to see how they are, how these divine kids are, what they are like.
Swamiji was mentioning again the do right and not the pleasant, and he said this also in the satsang about you are rich because you are Hindu, and he says this several times in other words. It is for the Gurukul Balasants,
and actually when
a
we are
natural thing. Yeah.
And actually when we are Hindu, we get to have so many lives because we know we are going to live so many lives. So we have all the experience ahead of us. Whatever we want is there. So whatever we are not fulfilling in one life, we can have, next life, we can have a new experience. So there's so much of richness, and there is never any death, it's just something goes and then something new starts. And tomorrow there will be a new Aushada process, and it is very good if you are wanting to become a parent. Swamiji has shared that this Aushada process will do a lot of good for the physical body to start expressing, and anyone who wants to conceive a child can have the expectation of conception within 3 months just from looking and watching the Aushada process, and is really exciting. So we definitely want to share this with people.
Thank you for tuning in.
See you soon.
Nityanandam.
Nityanandam.